What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Abel back with another video, and with today's video it is going to be withdrawal Fridays. So I was able to actually go ahead and pass a Topstep 50k account last week, got funded this week. I started trading on it and I was able to make just shy of $4,600 in just 5 trading days to go ahead and qualify for the payout, because every single day was able to exceed the $200 profit that I was needed in order to actually do that. And I want to walk you guys through the process of what it's like to actually request a withdrawal and pretty much show you guys what the account actually looks like and all its statistics. So if you guys are not subscribed just yet, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. I'm about to start dropping a lot of videos, a lot of content on this channel, guys, more consistently, and I look forward to seeing you guys actually watching it and gaining some information, gaining some value, gaining some educating from it. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like the video as well if you haven't just yet, and let's go ahead and get right into this. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get right into this, looking at the back end of this specific Topstep account. Now, I do have multiple funded accounts, but I want to focus on this one because this is the only one that I've been focused on. Obviously the goal for me is to try to get 5 50k accounts. I currently only have one other one that is currently funded. I've been able to get a withdrawal from that one as well, but this one is a fresh one. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and document the process, show you guys the back end and how it looks, and how you guys can go ahead and pretty much go through the withdrawal process as well. So for this specific account here, guys, we had a high account balance of $4,562.48. I did have an absolute banger day on Monday. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I went absolutely crazy, and it wasn't even intentional. It's just the markets were extremely volatile. Especially if you guys have been trading recently, you guys know the markets have been moving insane. Now, I do only trade the NASDAQ primarily. Sometimes I might take the S&P or the ES. But for the most part, I'm focusing on the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ moves very fast, extremely volatile, especially now ever since Trump took office. Now this thing is moving at 200, 300, 400, 500 points every single day. So you're able to really make significant gains while still trading the very same way you've been trading, this whole time. So again, I did have an absolute banger day of $3,602, which pretty much started off this account. And I had my worst day of $201. Again, I just simply wanted to get that $200 day locked in so I can secure this payout. You're gonna realize, guys, that all my other rest of my days are around $200 to $300, and it's because, again, I seen that I had such a banger day. I'm like, why am I gonna force it? Because that's typically what happens with most traders. They have a phenomenal day like this, they try to duplicate that every single day instead of just getting the minimum, which is $200, so that you can qualify for that payout. So that's what I was doing. Again, I'm not trying to hurry up and flip this account. I'm not trying to make $50,000 on a 50k account. I mean, if it happens, it happens, cool, but I'm just trying to secure payouts. I'm trying to make sure that I get every single day a profitable one, as many as possible, because obviously the goal is to get to 30 days of 200 plus profit so that I can go ahead and start to request however much I want, whether it's 100% of the balance. So again, you guys are going to see that when I actually show you guys the P&L calendar down low. So for the most part, it was a very phenomenal week so far. Obviously we started it this week at a banger, and then it was just slow climbs, $200, $200, $200, and $300 for today. We ended up having our 5 days complete. Today's 100% win record, and if we scroll down, we can start to see some of the statistics, and I'll show you the rest of it, guys, when we actually get into this portion, which you'll be able to see a lot more statistics, right? So again, we had $4,562 worth of profit, 53% win rate. There was one day, man, where I was battling, right? You guys will see it. There's one day, guys, where I had quite a few trades in it, and it's because I was battling, right? I ended up taking some significant losses up front. At one point I was down almost $1,500 on that specific day, and I had to really nickel and dime my way back into making profit just so that I can secure that $200 for the day. And it was a little risky. There was at times where I'm like, damn, I lost way more than I wanted to. Typically I don't want to lose, or at least be down $1,400 in a day. Like, that's crazy. But since I did have a massive day in the first day, I was like, you know what, let's just see what I can get. I trust my skills, I trust my abilities, especially if I'm trying to work my way out of some drawdown. So I was just nickel and diamond, scalping here, getting $100 here, $200 there, just working my way back up. So it's gonna see that I have a lot of trades on one day, and it happens, right? But my average win to average loss was a 1.24 to 1, which is not that bad. Profit factor at 1.42. My best day percent of total profits obviously very high because I had a one day that was just insane. Then we have some more stats here. I'm not gonna go through all that. I want to get straight to the actual calendar here, and this is what the actual monthly P&L calendar looks like just for this specific week. Again, we had 26 trades here that ended up catching this banger on. This is the day that I was telling you that I was battling battling on, where I had 68 trades alone. And trust me, it was an absolute headache of a day, but we were able to actually go ahead and navigate through that. Following day, 18 trades, 47 trades. Yesterday was a little bit of a battle as well. Started off, in some drawdown. Didn't get to no 1,600, 1,400 like I did with this day. At most I was down maybe like $700 here, but just scalping in and out at this point, right? Typically how I do it, guys, my first couple of trades are usually trades that I'm trying to hold, right, for the rest of the session if possible. But if those don't work out and I go into bigger drawdown, then I turn into my scalping mode and I start to scalp my way out of drawdown. Just nickel and diamond, right? Taking 10, 20, 30 points here and there. Now keep in mind, right, I am not risking more than 10 micros. And that's a lot. I typically try to stay anywhere between 5 to 7 micro contracts for any trade that I actually take. There are times where I might go a little bit closer to the 10, but I really don't like throwing 10 or even more than 10. And I don't even touch the minis, right? Because the minis, anytime I throw a mini contract or two, for some reason I always blow an account. So I try to stay away from minis. I only trade with micros. So please, if you are constantly blowing accounts and you're realizing that, stick with micro accounts. It doesn't matter how much money you got into the account. It doesn't matter how big your balance is. Stick with micros, and I promise you, you probably will have a better success rate or better win percentage or just a better success overall doing that as opposed to going ahead and trading the actual minis, right? So everything that I trade here is all micro, right? But obviously, continue to go. We had $200 here, 220 here, 202 there, 335 today to actually go ahead and lock out the payout, guys. So this is pretty much what it looks like. $4,562 for the week. Obviously there were a couple battles in between here, but for the most part, I was really confident with this. Again, this isn't my first time trading these funded accounts. Obviously I had my fair share of blown accounts as well. I've blown probably like 5 to 10 before I ever even qualified, and it wasn't even through Topstep. I'm coming from the Forex side, the CFD side, right? So I blew a shit ton of prop firms, trading Forex. Did come over here to Topstep. I tried Alpha Capital, Alpha Futures, and I blew a few accounts there as well. But I've also had my good fair share of passing funded accounts, getting payouts, so on and so forth, right? So this is my first rodeo, so I was still really confident, even though I had a couple battles here and there. And yeah, this is the end result of it. Now again, keep in mind, guys, right, this day was an absolute banger, right? It's not always where I'm gonna get a crazy day like this, but because I did have a crazy day, I only focused on just locking in $200. I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't going balls to the wall. I wasn't going heavy, right? If I was focused on that, then who knows? I could have probably had a $3,000 day each day, right? Or I could have probably blew the account. But since I had such a big cushion, I'm like, you know what? Let me just, there's a fresh account. Let me lock out this payout. Let me pay myself at least so that I can go ahead and secure that and make my money back that I spent on this challenge. And then the next week, after I request this payout, which I'm gonna do with you guys as well, then I'll probably try to go a little bit heavier because now I'm playing in profit, right? I already made back, 5, 10 times what I actually, invested into this account, which is only $50. I'm about to take a $2,000 withdrawal here with you guys live. So now I'll be able to go ahead and go riskier. I'm gonna try to go ahead and see what I can do and obviously try to scale up and add as much profit into this account as possible. So this is pretty much what it looks like, guys. Now let's go ahead and actually request a payout together so you guys can see the process on how this works in case you've never done it before. When you are going to request your payout, guys, you're not even going to be able to see this screen until you actually qualify for a payout, right? So if you guys go to your actual back end and you go to payout, it's not even going to show unless you actually qualify for it. But there are two methods here. You can use Wise online transfer account, which again is it's not bad at all. I personally haven't used it yet just because I don't have a Wise account. I just always use ACH wire bank transfer just because what I'm more familiar with. But this is typically, it says you'll get it a lot faster, right? Receive your payout within 1 business day, so that's pretty convenient. I might actually try that at some point, but for now I'm just going to stick with what I've always been doing, which is going to be my ACH, which takes about 1 to 3 business days. Now again, on average you will receive your payout around 3 to 5 business days, to be honest. If you're doing ACH, you got to add like an extra couple days for each of these. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We got some of our information here, my name, my email. This is obviously the actual account, my current balance. We're able to withdraw 50% of the actual balance here, so let's go ahead and withdraw 50% of this. So 4560 divided by 2, 2280 is what we'll be able to go ahead and request. Now the cool thing about Topstep, guys, is that you are able to receive 100% of your withdrawal up to $10,000. So once I withdraw more than $10,000 on this specific account, then there is going to be a profit split. I believe it's around 90-10, 90% my way, 10% Topstep's way. That's pretty much what it is. So up to 10K is all yours 100%. You don't got to do no profit split, right? So we're gonna have to go ahead and do this. My trader dashboard has 5 winning trading days, which which it does. Payout request does not exceed 50% of my balance. It doesn't. And then we gotta just obviously upload the W-9 if you don't have one. I already have one uploaded. And then you gotta just go ahead and check these so people know that, or so we acknowledge, you know, what is going to happen next, which again, this is probably one of the most important ones, right? You know, once I request this withdrawal, guys, I'm only gonna have this amount left in my account balance, and I can continue to trade it, but if this gets to 0, then I technically lose that account and I'll have to go ahead and get another one. So just understanding things like that, guys, is important. Then we go ahead and we click submit, and then bada bing, bada boom, and now that is actually go ahead and submit it, right? Again, typically it takes, like it says, you know, 3 to 5 business days is what I've seen that it actually takes to actually hit your bank account. A day or two for them to actually go ahead and approve it, and then 2 to 4 days for it to actually go ahead and be sent and hit your actual account. But for the most part, guys, that is the process of actually getting a withdrawal. And yeah, hopefully you guys were able to learn something from this. If you guys never done it before, if you guys are in the process of doing it, it's very simple, very straightforward, right? We started this account 2 weeks, right? Because this is the second week I've traded, right? We passed the challenge in 2 days. We made $1,500 the first day, $1,500 the second day, but we ended up getting funded literally in 2 days. We ended up starting this account, and then obviously this week we ended up trading it, and we ended up getting, you know, obviously a $2,200 payout. So beautiful times, phenomenal guys, you know. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and look forward to creating more for y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Have a great day.